I got the bloodlust. Me too. I want to kill. Let's kill.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to The Bloodlust. This is your go-to podcast for classy broads talking horror since 2014. This is episode 303 of the program.
That was so fancy.
Thank you. My name's Amy. I am your fearless leader, joined as always by my lovely and talented co-host, Kay.
Hi, I'm
Hi,
Kay.
You're Kay.
Yeah, that's me.
Tonight we will be reviewing Obsession for men. It is Obsession for men, I guess, huh?
Obsession for power.
Obsession for one man.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sure not obsessed with him.
No. Well, we're going to talk all about the movie, directed by a almost literal child,
Oh,
a 26-year-old.
yeah.
Just wait till next episode when we're talking about a movie by a 20-year-old. Kid who can not even drink.
I don't like it.
Makes me feel bad about my 45-year-old self.
Yeah, they can't do good things because I never did.
That's right.
So shut up.
No, the kids are all right. I feel great.
Good.
It makes me really happy, honestly. Especially when something that is made in 20 days for $750,000 results in a bidding war at the Toronto Film Festival that gets him $15 million and 3 studios fighting over him. Good for you, kid.
Yeah,
He's already
but
made...
don't choke under the pressure. Ooh,
Right. Evidently, he's wrapped on his next movie already for Blumhouse.
Oh,
And they've also given him the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. Which is an interesting choice, if you ask me.
because we need more.
Yeah, no kidding.
Please, more.
Right.
More.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. First of all, listeners, are you in a relationship? Are you in the kind of relationship where you can walk around for an hour or two in the morning and then look at yourself in the mirror for the first time and realize your hair looks fucking crazy?
It's a little crazy.
And your spouse did not do anything or say anything or even, like, make a face at you?
That's just baby.
That's a long-term relationship.
That's baby in the morning.
My hair,
What?
listeners, honestly, we should have done a video episode this morning because my hair looks crazy.
It's pretty crazy. We just got our haircuts yesterday, and then Amy immediately put a hat on and stood out in the sunshine for 5 hours because it was Pride. So it was already looking rough last night. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was. Yeah.
Then this morning, yeah. It's just...
Because my hair is curly, listeners, and when she cuts my hair, she generally will blow it dry, and then it kind of gets the curl out of it. And then after a day, humidity and sweat and whatever, especially when I have a hat on, has made it like half curl, and that's the weirdest look ever. But thank you for just not,
always loving you?
not even seeing me anymore. I think is more
You're more of an idea than a physical being.
much like Nikki in this movie was to Bear.
Yeah.
Transition.
Look at you. It's like you podcast. Wow. Wow.
We did get some great questions from our listener, Addison, friend of the pod. Thank you, Addison, who is obsessed with this movie.
Yeah, we need to talk about it a little, I guess. Excuse me, are you okay?
We are going to answer them, but I think it's better to answer them while we're reviewing the movie. So just for an initial roundtable to start us off, this movie, listeners, is it's a monkey's paw movie, basically. And, a be careful what you wish for movie.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, if you had a One-Wish Willow, the device in this movie that is used for making the wish, what would you wish for?
I think that what I am learning is that the vaguer, the better. You don't want crazy specificity because that's where they catch you. So, just general, health and prosperity to my family. Great.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
I can't imagine something going wrong with that.
That doesn't, I feel like it's vague enough that, if I was just like, I want my mother to have the wealth of, 1,000 people, and then somehow those 1,000 people are on, the blood of those 1,000 people are on my hands so that my mom could get that money.
Right. Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned being as vague as possible, because a lot of times in movies like this, being vague is what screws them.
Yeah.
In fact, in the Simpsons episode that the director of this movie got the idea from, and it's funny because, he's 26, so of course he didn't get the idea from, like, the story it's based on or anything else.
What the Simpsons got the idea from, the original content, yeah.
Yeah. But in those, and in the Simpsons episode that, this movie came from, all of their wishes turn out screwing them. So at the end, Homer's like, okay, my wish is going to be a turkey sandwich with mustard on bright white bread with lettuce and tomatoes. I don't want any monster turkey. I don't want any whatever. And he goes through and makes it as specific as possible. And then he gets his turkey sandwich. He's like, okay, this seems okay. Yeah, this is all right. Turkey's a little dry. The turkey's a little dry! And that's how it ends, which is funny.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, you might, if you're doing like vague well wishes, you're probably okay.
Yeah.
Or a very specific something that could not harm you in any way, like a turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
I would just probably wish for a bunch of money. We live in a capitalist world.
Yeah.
If I have a bunch of money, I can do anything else I want.
That is a nice thing about dating you, because I know that would be your wish. So I don't have to wish for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seemed to work out okay.
Yeah. $1 billion coming right through the ceiling? Why not?
You can fix that hole in the ceiling.
With your $1 billion.
Yeah, you can fix a lot of holes for $1 billion. I think that's what I would wish for. But I don't know. Maybe I would wish that all of the animals in the world could suddenly talk.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I think we'd learn a lot more things.
I think we'd learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
Or maybe I would wish that every person could understand every other person.
Oh.
You could just magically understand every...
Just a Google Translate in your ear. Yeah.
And I would include critters. So when dogs are barking at each other, walking down the street, you would hear like, hey, fuck you. No, fuck you, buddy. Stuff like that.
Or maybe they're saying, come over here. Come.
It's possible.
And then Barbie said, come here. I'll rip your face off.
Yeah. Let me show you on the back of this chair what I'll do to your face. I think that's a great wish. I'm sure it would go horribly wrong for lots of people, but sorry about it.
Sorry about it.
Yeah.
It's my wish.
It's
you
mine.
Can wish to undo it if you want.
Yeah, fine. Waste your wish. So, okay. That was our round table. It was sort of short. But we have a lot to say about this movie, so we're going to dive right into it, I think.
Let's go.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're with me. Obsession is rated R. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 48 minutes. It was written and directed by Curry Barker. He also edited it. It stars Inde Navarrette, Michael Johnston, and Cooper Tomlinson. It premiered at the Toronto Independent Film Festival September 6th of 2025. It was released in U.S. theaters May 15th of this year. On Rotten Tomatoes, it is 96% fresh with critics and 95% fresh with the audience. That's the best we've seen in a long time.
Very good.
Yeah. So this is about this kid, Bear. I would say he's probably like 19-ish,
That feels right, yeah.
Some of his friends are trying to get into school still. They're not in high school. I know that. I think they're recent graduates.
They've all got some of them are living with parents, but Bear's got his own place.
Right. Yeah, which is not realistic at all.
Well, it was his inheritance from his grandma.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because otherwise, no 26-year-old has their own place.
And you
in
said
2026.
that they were 19.
Oh, yeah.
2 seconds ago.
I was thinking about the director. Anyway, so this is all about kids around that age. our main character is this guy, Bear. His real name is Baron.
I would call him Bear, too. I think that's cute.
Anything to distance yourself from the Trump
Baron.
family. And Bear is in love with one of his friends, this girl, Nikki. Which, sure, she seems great.
Yeah.
Very funny. She wants to be a writer. She's, cute, blah, blah, blah. And they work together. But he is afraid to tell her how he feels. He just pines and pines. The movie opens with him, like, rehearsing, him confessing his feelings to her, to a waitress at a diner in front of his friends.
I forgot about that.
Remember? So instead of confessing his feelings to her, he buys a novelty toy from, like, a crystal shop called One-Wish Willow.
You want to take that one again?
Sure. It's hard to say.
Now you're thinking about it too much?
Yes. So instead of confessing his feelings for her, stop laughing, he buys a novelty toy called One-Wish Willow. I did it.
Yeah.
And he wishes that Nikki would love him more than anyone else in the world, is his specific wording. Now, this being a horror movie, they don't live happily ever after.
No.
At all.
They sure don't.
No. Mm-mm.
Wow. I think that it's probably so high for both critics and moviegoers alike is because there's so many freaking layers to this. You could take it at whatever value you want. You could, like, think about every minute little microaggression, or you could just be like, psh, he made a bad wish and now she's obsessed with him. Can you believe it? Like,
sure.
There's so many layers that you can read into this. And yeah, you could just take it however deep you want to.
For sure. So I imagine, it's pleasing everybody because it has a lot of action. It has a lot of scares. It also has a lot of humor.
Yeah.
And to me, the humor works great. My biggest takeaway after seeing this is that I'm really happy about this trend that we have lately of these these comedy dudes making horror movies.
Yeah.
We had Weapons, which I think blended scares and humor really well. That was my favorite movie of last year.
Yeah.
Even though Sinners is there being amazing, I loved the humor that was in Weapons. I loved the balance of it because horror comedies generally don't have scares in them.
Yeah.
Not really.
No.
And Weapons did. And this does.
Yeah.
And movies that Jordan Peele made do. And I think that these guys, Zach Kreger, what's his name? Curry Barker, the guy we're talking about.
Who are we talking about? Where are we?
I think people have been more willing, and studios have been more willing to take a chance on people like this because of Jordan Peele's success. And I love it.
Yeah.
I used to not like horror comedy very much. And I don't know if I'd even... Do you call this a horror comedy?
I think I would. I mean, it's like you're saying. They used to be super campy, and that's how they got their, kind of niche set up. And now these ones do have comedy in them, but that's not a pull from the horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just somehow goes with it.
Right.
Which is impressive to me because they are the two most difficult genres to make tonally and pacing wise and stuff.
Sure.
And it's impressive to me that this guy edited this as well. Because, your first... It's really his second feature. He made another movie called Milk and Cereal that is available on YouTube.
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't seen it. I think we should watch it.
Why not?
So it's technically his second feature, but his first studio movie, a lot of times your first feature, you throw everything
right
in it. And this has a nice economy. He doesn't try to make the story too big.
Right.
We don't go into a whole lore about One-Wish Willow. They tell you nothing about it. Right. And I liked that. I thought that was smart. The same way they don't tell us anything about Aunt Gladys. It's just, this just is.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to do it. The more you explain that shit, the less interesting it is.
Right. And like, you don't have to create a whole lore behind it because it's not like all of the people in all of the world are going out to get it and we have to know exactly what is. Like, it's just the One-Wish Willow.
Yeah. And you could, as much as I hate when people try to make follow-ups and things, this is a story that you could do in an anthology format or do several of and make a totally different movie out of each one. And I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
I think, you know, they're going to make an Aunt Gladys prequel movie. And I'm less interested in that because I think there's nowhere else to go but explaining more of it. You know, getting more into the lore, which I don't need.
Right.
And this, you could just keep doing movies that are totally different, exploring this, which I think is cool. If they're going to do that, which I'm sure they will because it's making lots of money.
Yeah, and it just makes sense.
Yeah. This was filmed in 20 days, which is impressive. There were no stunt doubles because they could not afford them. All the people did their own stunts, which is also impressive.
I need to know more about the car situation.
I do too.
Oh my god, I need to know.
I think it's interesting too. This guy's dad is also a screenwriter. They have him in the stuff I read. It said he's a playwright, but it looks like he writes screenplays for horror movies to me, based on his website. Mm. And I know that he punched up some stuff for his son, including there's this part in the movie where Nikki recites this crazy poem or from Hansel and Gretel. Yeah, his dad wrote that. I thought that was really cool and one of the creepier moments in the movie. And a lot of people are talking about the performances in this. Well, the lead actress's performance specifically and how great it is.
Yeah. I
feel like this would have been so fun to play. Just the amount of switching between different moods so quickly.
Yeah. It's so crazy how gross these characters are allowed to get nowadays. Like, in before times, the woman would be more pretty while she was going through terror.
Yes.
And now, like, I'm thinking about the scene in the blue dress.
Is it the part where she's standing for hours? Or...
I don't mean in this movie.
Oh, you're talking about Possession.
Yes.
A lot of people are comparing this performance to Isabella Gianni's in Possession.
Yeah, just allowed to go so crazy, weird, gross. Ugh.
Yeah, and that was an outlier at the time, but right. I think it's trending towards, thankfully, letting women get as ugly as the scene dictates.
Right.
Where it used to be, let's not make her look unladylike while she's having an
emotional breakdown.
Right. And in this, it used to be too, like, in movies, if they wanted to signify that a woman was, like, trashier or more down to earth or whatever, they would show a scene with her on the toilet.
Ah, sure.
That used to be, like, shorthand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gross.
But I don't see that as much anymore, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, there was toilet activity in this one.
Yes, there was. And that goes towards your just not being afraid of making them gross.
Yeah, that was a rough scene.
It was a rough scene. Yes, it was.
And then he comes home and she immediately just starts apologizing and saying how gross she is.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Both the director and his dad cameo in this. His dad is the the trivia host, and he is the voice on the helpline.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
I know. I like
just
that too.
Calling my dad. I need help.
No.
I know.
Okay.
The director
is the voice. Yes,
right.
And his dad is the trivia host. Yeah. I think this movie is. I was almost a little surprised that it was doing so well because it's not structured totally like a standard theatrical horror release.
Okay.
Probably partially because he came from YouTube, you know, making his own things, but also because he has a background in sketch comedy. I think that it's nice to have a horror movie that isn't super predictable about the beats that it's going to hit.
The tropes that usually do.
Yeah. I can't subtract a half star for the cat here because the cat was dead from the moment we met her.
Yeah.
So I'm glad about that.
She's just using that cat's body in honor.
Oh my. Yeah, we'll talk about that later because I didn't understand that a little bit. I think it did a good job at the beginning of depicting the way that men misread women's like friendliness for flirtation. I was glad they showed that a little bit.
I freaking cannot with the friend zone thing. The implication that you are owed more than a friendship.
Right.
But no powers that you can control. You got put in this zone and you have to work your way out of it. No, fuck you.
Right. To me, there's a scene in the car right before he makes the wish. I read that scene, to me, as him obviously fawning over her feeling awkward because she knows he wants to confess his feelings for her, and being frustrated about it.
Yeah.
And then giving him, out of frustration, an opportunity to be like, yes, I like you. Like, she wants to get it over with.
Just do this.
Yeah. And even then
he says, no.
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 I mean, to me, the character of Bear is relatable at this point still.
Sure.
He's annoying, but I've been Bear.
Yeah.
You know, I've had crushes that were unrequited, that I had opportunities to say something and I chickened out.
Sure.
I think we can all relate to that. When he stops being relatable is when he realizes that there is a spell on her and he still wants to be in a relationship with her. When he realizes that all of the things that made her her are not there anymore. Yeah. She is solely reduced to something that loves him.
Right.
And he doesn't, and that's not a problem for him. That's when he becomes a problem for me.
Yeah. And the way that they show it throughout the like, you have her like flashbacks or like going back into her right mind. Yeah. And you can definitely tell, like, the first one was my favorite when it, like, the audio clap and she, like, got recognition. They're, like, making out on the bed and she, like, crawls backwards.
Yeah. She's like, what the fuck is happening?
Right. So it happens pretty early on that,
yes.
Yeah.
The second that happened, wouldn't you be like, oh, Jesus?
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
But he didn't.
And I think that's the whole point of the movie.
Right.
And I think it's a credit to this guy for being as aware of this kind of dynamic as he is.
Right.
And he doesn't let you forget it throughout the whole movie.
Right.
He's always telling you, like, this girl does not have agency at all. And this guy does not care.
The sex scene, that was freaking rough.
Yeah, it's just uncomfortable.
Like, just a straight face, like, little sex doll. It's so gross.
Right. And I think it was smart, too, to keep the movie all from Bear's perspective. It's an interesting choice, and I think it's a deliberately ironic choice. I feel like in every story like this, his character is the center, but in this version, they're always showing his selfishness, just like I said, you know?
Yeah, please let us, the audience, know how this wish is affecting you in your life.
Right.
Not the one who's being possessed right now.
Right. I think we're always pointed in that direction. And I think it's nice to see the attention put on the trouble caused by men not out of malice sometimes, but just out of unthinking entitlement.
Gross.
Yeah, it's gross. And I think it's cool too because the helpline scene
Oh my God.
was super funny.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it reinforces that idea of Bear and confirms something that we suspect about him. And it's that he doesn't want to undo the wish. He just wants to change it to make it more pleasant for him.
Yeah. I made a wish. I worded it incorrectly, and now I have to go through this whole thing of training her. Yes, this is appropriate, and no, this is not appropriate, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I would like to change my wording, please, so she's the perfect little princess.
That's right. This is unpleasant for me.
Yeah. No, I don't want to cancel it.
I read a review that one of my friends made about this on Letterboxd, and he said that he felt like we were laughing at Nikki. What do you think?
At what point? Throughout the whole movie?
That we were laughing at her pain in the setups and stuff.
I mean, I think that there is definitely a lot of comedy that the actress portrays in the character. I don't know that I'm necessarily laughing at her, but her emotions are so huge.
Yeah.
That it is very comical.
But it's in an uncomfortable way. It's not like... I didn't feel like it was ever letting us forget that she's there and she's suffering underneath it.
I agree with that.
I think we're laughing at the situation, but I didn't feel like it was a irresponsible, like, let's make women the source of...
Yeah.
I don't know. I can see having that opinion, though.
Right.
My only thing with this movie, I had one little critique of it.
Go on.
I'm not sure I liked the implication that something was possessing her. And I mean, it's obvious that she's being forced to act this way. I think they're very clear about that. But, like, in the moment when she says, like, she's sleeping and
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know that I love that idea.
I liked it.
I like the idea that I know he wanted another way to show us that she's in there and she's suffering, but I kind of wished... I would have preferred it if she just didn't have control of herself and then every once in a while broke through like she does in the rest of the movie.
Yeah, but I think that it's there more than just that one scene. I think that, like, even the way that she is talking about herself at the beginning, it's just like, oh, I'm gross, I'm bad, I did this, I'll clean this up. And then after, like, what? Their date night, when everything gets scrambled, she starts going, like, well, this is what you wished for. You know, it's not like they weren't showing the possession at the beginning, but after that night, they started showing the possession of, well, this is what you wished for, and then she was saying, like, yeah, I can be your Nikki, and I can be whoever you want, whatever. So it feels more so than, it feels more of a possession to me.
Why do you think it changed after that?
I think she was the little possession was trying to put up a front of whatever the best girlfriend that she could be. But then once he starts figuring it out, like once he gets told that her dad's actually not sick and that's a lie, then she just goes ham and starts, killing people. And not about romance, for sure.
No.
No.
What was the quote at the beginning where she says she's writing a love story that isn't a romance? What did you think about why she said that? And him not understanding that they're two different things.
I mean, I feel like if it's a romance, both of them would have to have feelings for each other.
Yeah, right.
And not just one-sided.
Romances are more cooperative.
Right.
And a love story. So she's kind of talking about a situation like this.
I think so.
She's telling Bear she's writing a story about him.
Right.
And he doesn't understand that it's not the same thing as a romance. That's pretty smart writing, right?
Here's a clue.
Here's a clue.
Here's a big clue.
I think this story has been told a bunch of times in a bunch of different ways. But I think because of the performance here, the pacing, and the screenplay, this is right at the top of the list of examples of this type of movie.
For sure.
Right up there with the Simpsons episode of The Monkey's Paw. Because that one has the great sequence about Frogurt. Because when Homer goes to buy the monkey's paw, the creepy guy at the store is like, we also sell Frogurt. And Homer's like, what is that? And he tells him, and he says, well, I won't go through the whole thing, but he's like, the monkey's paw will grant all of your wishes. And he says, that's good. And he says, but it also comes with a curse. That's bad. But with every purchase, you get a free Frogurt. That's good. I'm sorry.
Was frozen yogurt a thing? Or did they invent it?
No, it was a thing at that time.
No. I'm less impressed with that. No. There's like a whole lot of things that they're like, The Simpsons predicted. And I was hoping that was one of them.
They predicted Donald Trump being president.
Yeah.
They're iconic from now until the end of time for that one. It doesn't matter if they never predict anything else.
All right.
And they weirdly...
I was just seeing if a Frogurt was in their rankings.
I see. I don't think so. No. I also enjoy evil artifact horror, which is what this is.
You do.
Like Hellraiser with the puzzle box, and Talk to Me with the Hand of Glory or whatever, and Evil Dead. And this kind of reminds me a little bit of Evil Dead in a way, because it's Evil Dead, even though it was super low budget and made by a kid. Sam Raimi was only 20 when he made it. It's funny but also scary, and it sparked a really huge career. So I see this as like a...
It's happening again.
Yeah.
It's happening again.
I think it's interesting that... I know that Curry Barker made Inde Navarrette watch Possession before she filmed this. And he also coached her to never play it angry.
Okay.
Always whiny or desperate, which makes so much sense.
Yeah. Just her exaggerated faces, too. Oh, my God.
Yeah. I also read today that they did her makeup differently in some of the scenes.
To show what?
When she was more unhinged.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. I didn't notice it, but somebody else pointed it out. And I think that's pretty cool. They also do a thing in this that I was really impressed by. And it was a good way to make something creepy without using lots of crazy special effects. They altered her movements a little bit with like frame rate or something. And it was like the anti-cracky poppy twitchy.
Yeah, that's right.
It worked so well.
You loved it.
I did. It creeped me out.
It was really creepy when she was going backwards.
That's the scene I'm thinking of, yeah.
I mean, she does it twice. She
Right.
does it into the kitchen, but I think that the corner is more creepy because it was like going into the darkness and you just kind of like got a feel for the movement. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It was
That's
gross.
nice. And a good horror movie knows how to use shadow.
And then they referenced it like 2 scenes later and was like...
Can you stop moving like that?
You can't move like that. That is weird. I'm training you how to be person. You cannot.
Yeah.
You know I love a callback within a freaking movie.
Yeah, I really like how they start casting her in shadow almost from the moment he makes the wish.
Right.
And that was a really good way. We don't need much because she does such a great job with the performance, but that was a really good way visually to let us know something was different.
Something's not right.
Immediately, as soon as he breaks that, the next shot of her, she's in the dark. Well, and there's like the porch light behind her. And they start backlighting her immediately as soon as that happens, which is cool. A lot of times I criticize screenplays for making their characters do things that they don't seem like they do in service to the plot.
Okay.
Here is a great example of the opposite of that in the ending.
Okay.
I really liked that. It wasn't exactly unexpected, but I thought it was great. And it was so true to his character. I'm not going to say what it is because it's a spoiler.
I know. I was just wondering if you were talking about his character or her character. I was like, okay, I have thoughts on both. But we can't talk about it now because you brought it up way before the spoilers.
I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. Overall, I would give this 4 stars. I would say it's going to be in the theaters for a while because it's making lots of money. Go see it in the theater. What do you think?
I would give it 4.5. I really liked it. I think that every time I think about it, I think of a new kind of reason behind something that was done, or, just having things click from the whole plot and the little different ways that they wrote the sentence structure and everything. I loved it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I'm really excited to see the next movie.
Yeah.
Even though it's Blumhouse. We saw the Blumhouse logo at the beginning of this, and I was like, oh, no.
No.
They're not always terrible.
We watched a documentary that we liked.
About Blumhouse?
Not about it, but produced by. It was the psychic one.
Oh, that was Blumhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. We'll talk about that at the end. Let's put a pin in that one.
So I'm just saying, you can't dislike all Blumhouse.
You're right. You're right. You're always right.
I know.
It's true. I would also like to point out, when I was getting my haircut, I was talking to my barber.
I must point this out. About
this movie, and she said that she was hesitant to see it because she was afraid that it would be depressing. People, maybe based on the trailers and the description, might think that this is kind of a day ruiner. I don't think that it is.
I think that if you think about what's happening after the movie, yeah, it's a soul crusher. If you take it as is and you stop at that exact frame, you could walk out and not think anything about it. But if you think about anything further than that frame, oof.
I didn't walk out of this depressed. I walked out of this thinking I just had a really good time.
Yeah.
I think there's enough comedy in this that it's not going to ruin your day. Personally.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point that out because I think some people might be avoiding it because they think it's too triggering or too depressing.
I mean, I was filled with rage throughout the whole movie.
Yes, it makes you angry, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it reads more as a satire than it does a day ruiner.
Yeah.
It's more like, look at these motherfuckers. Look at these fucking men.
But then, oh, those fucking men exist.
Yeah, they do.
Day ruiner. Day ruiner.
Okay, so maybe it is. I don't know. It didn't ruin my day. It made me happy. Because I thought it was so good.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it so much.
It was insane.
So that's what we think about Obsession.
Spoilies.
I'm going to answer some questions after we talk about spoilers. First, I'd like to point out some fun scenes that I liked.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah. Well, why don't you just indulge, baby?
The party altogether was very funny.
I know what you're going to talk about, and that's my I think it's the funniest scene. Okay.
I think it might be the funniest scene.
Yeah.
When they do the Jenga and he has to kiss the person to his left. And it's Sarah, the other girl that they work with, who has a crush on him. And Nikki just, like, silently goes over to her.
Stands up. Stands behind her chair. Slowly moves the chair backwards out of the circle.
There's a lot of stillness in that scene, a lot of quiet, and it's very funny.
And it's just like the other friends just watching this all happen. Like, they already were questioning, hey, what's going up with this relationship? It's getting kind of weird. And then they just watch her physically remove a woman while they're playing a game so that she don't get a kiss from her man.
Right. I loved that moment. I also loved the scene where he gets up in the morning and she's taped the door shut with the most duct tape I've ever seen. And he just silently goes and pulls it, and it's this extended sequence of this tape just slowly coming off.
And you can hear, like, the crack and pop of each piece of duct tape pulling from the wall. It's so funny.
Yeah, and the amount of time that went on was perfect. That's a good horror or a comedy. That's good comedic timing.
That's right.
And I don't know if you could teach that, and he's just got it. I don't understand why, even in your muddled mind, you would think making someone a sandwich out of their cat was a love language.
Did she get mad at him
Was
right
an
before
act of
that?
love. She might have. Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why it was Cat.
I mean, it was very funny to me that she trussed the kitty up and made a shrine out of her for him.
Yeah.
But the cat sandwich was a little weird, I guess.
Yeah, I think that, I don't remember exactly, but I think she had just gotten mad at him
And
for
I suppose
something.
that's right. If someone loves you obsessively, they're definitely going to get violent.
Yeah.
Speaking of violence,
Speaking of
violence, the fact that she used that brick to smash the window of the car
and then
held it in her hand.
Had the foresight to put it against the steering wheel.
Right.
So that the connection of the hits, oh my God.
That's good improvisational tool use.
Freaking loved it. Like that, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 bashes before I realized that it was
There was a brick there. Yes, me too.
And then I was just like, damn, she crazy.
She just kept that right in her hand.
Yeah. It was smart.
She thought about it as she was stomping out there. She's like, this is what I'm going to do.
And then just the eyeball, the one eyeball. Oh my God. That scene was gross.
It was. Evidently, they cut quite a bit of that so that they could get an R rating.
They took some out.
Yeah, they did. Mm-hmm.
It already felt so long. She just kept smashing her with her love in the passenger seat.
That's right.
And getting sprayed with blood.
You see what you make me do, baby? You see what you make me do?
You did this.
That's right. And then her displaying her like the cat.
Oh my God.
That was harsh. Woo!
Just naked, no face.
Yeah.
Sitting slouched on a chair. Arms and legs askew, like open.
Yeah. Like, here's your slut. This is what you wanted. It's pretty unhinged.
You made me do this, though.
Right. I loved so, in the movie, I guess we should tell you how it ends.
Yeah. Well, we know. You don't have to know. Put it together from what we're saying.
Eventually, he's like, okay, this needs to stop. He finds out that you can't undo the wish. Well, it sounded like he almost could cancel it. Well, no.
He has to kill himself, and then the wish ends.
The best part was when he was like, so the guy on the line was like, so you're telling me you want to cancel the wish? He's like, fine. After he tells him he can't change it. Fine, I want to cancel it. Oh, we can't cancel him.
Why did you make it sound like that was an option? Well, it's just, that's what it felt like you wanted me to say.
Which reminded me of Netflix letting me spell a whole movie and helping me autocorrect to fill it in and then telling me it's not available.
Yeah.
Why did you help me fill it in if it wasn't there? So he realizes, okay, here's what I'm going to do. And he goes back to the store and he gets more One-Wish Willows. And he tries to undo it. He can't undo it because he got his one wish.
You only get one wish. It's right in the name, dumbass.
And then he asks his friend Ian, who has been secretly banging Nikki, by the way, which is why he gave him such shitty advice at the beginning.
Secretly banging. They're just living their life.
Yeah, they've been hooking up and not telling him.
Right. Because he's obsessed with this girl.
Yes, so why would he tell him? But he goes to to get Ian to help him. And Ian is very, he's in disbelief because why would you believe that worked?
That's insane, yeah.
And he said, okay, I wish I had $1 million. Billion. And money just starts raining from the sky, which was hilarious.
And of course, that is what would happen. No, you have to believe me. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. I know it sounds crazy, but okay, if this really works, give me $1 billion.
Yeah. Of course. So
that's his one wish. So now he can't help.
Right. So he goes back to the house. That's when he sees Sarah trussed up and displayed for him. Mm-hmm. And then Nikki threatens him with the gun. So there's two guns in the first act, basically. There's the mention of the fact that the owner of the music store they all work at keeps a gun in his office.
Yes.
There's also some pain pills, which is how the cat dies at the beginning. So we've already established those things in the first act.
Right.
So in the third act, Nikki shows up with the gun, is threatening Bear. Ian comes in. She shoots him immediately.
Yeah.
And then Bear's like, oh! And he tries to shoot himself.
But him's a coward.
But him is a coward.
Yes.
He cannot do it.
No.
This is what I was talking about earlier, listeners.
But then he remembers that there's pills.
And then he goes and takes the pills.
But he's a coward.
That's right. And then he barfs him up.
He tries to.
Yeah. So, what does Nikki wish for?
Nikki wishes for the same thing that he wished for. Because she's not Nikki right now, like, in her brain. So not Nikki wishes for his unconditional love. So then he just drops everything that he was doing and goes, and then you get those, like, couple of seconds of their eyes meeting and they're in love. But he got distracted from vomiting. And, then Hims dies.
And then?
And then, this ain't no Romeo and Juliet. She's not going to kill herself. But
because the spell is broken, because the guy on the phone says,
right,
the only way you can stop this is by you dying or her dying.
Right. So he died. His wish is null and void. She gets her life and being back. But now she's stuck with all of the consequences that her, body did while her brain was not in control. She has lost all 3 from her best friend group. Freaking, she's a murderer now. Is she going to have to go to jail? Is she going to get locked up in a psychiatric ward? Like, it's not like other, Final Girls or whatever, where you could be like, this was the bad guy. Yes, I did have to make, some judgment calls along the way, but it was all for the greater good. Okay, then they don't get punished. This one is like, yeah, all my best friends are dead, but it's because a wish was controlling me.
Right. I hadn't thought about that.
Her life is fucked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, this is uplifting. It's not very depressing. You walk out of there fine.
It also ends on her just screaming.
Yeah.
Screaming.
Yeah.
Which reminded me of 2 things. The end of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, when Sally gets rescued and just cannot stop screaming.
Right.
Because honestly, she's been through it. Both of them.
Right. You have to keep it together because you have to, like, keep your brain straight and, like, fight for your life. And then it's all gone and you can just release and can't believe what just happened to you.
And scream and scream and scream.
And scream.
It also reminded me a little bit of Pearl because of just the extended screaming over the end.
Yeah, her faces definitely reminded me a lot of that. No, she was crying at the end, right? She was smiling and crying at the same time.
In Pearl?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, the exaggerated faces definitely reminded me of that too.
It was another movie that he made her watch during filming. But I really thought it was a great ending in terms of that character, because he was so self-centered,
right,
that he couldn't even fix things for her. No matter how bad it got, he was too much of a piece of shit.
Yeah. And he was hiding behind, well, that's just crazy. That's not actually happening for too long in the movie.
Yes.
Like, you had an inkling of it the second that she got back into the car, because that's so unlike her. She would never do that. That was definitely him realizing, maybe this is the wish.
Yeah.
Within the first scene. Ugh. Men.
Mm-hmm. Let's go into some questions from Addison.
Yeah.
What horror movies would you compare this to? You got any? Or you want me to go?
Well, I think we just talked about Pearl and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes, we did.
And then we had already brought up the Possession.
And Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only other one I would maybe add in, just in terms of relationship dynamics and men having an idea of what they want, women being an idea rather than a whole person, I was thinking of Audition. That movie about the guy that does the auditions for a new girlfriend. Oh. And the one he picks ends up being.
Yeah. That was a good one. I forgot about that movie.
Yeah. So I was thinking kind of about that.
Yeah.
Do you have faith in Curry Barker handling Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I'm going to defer to you on this one.
I think it'll be very different, but I am not opposed to that at all. My hope is actually that he won't try to be too faithful to the original, because to me, the original was lightning in a bottle. You can't recreate it. The value of the movie was a product of its low budget and the way that it was filmed in kind of a scrappy way. You can't recreate that kind of dynamic with a studio movie. I would like to see him go a totally different route, because we know he can do comedy. I would say maybe something closer to the sequel, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which is funny. Or just something entirely different.
Sure.
I think he seems to be really talented, and I like the way that he edits and the flows of his movies. Or this one so far, anyway, based on just one movie.
Just this one.
So I think that he'll make a good film technically. I would like to see him not try to be so faithful, because when they try and recreate the vibe of that movie, you just can't really do it anymore.
Right.
And every single time they've tried, it has sucked.
Yeah, I'm just apprehensive because it is such a beloved film that this is going to go as a blemish on. Like, if people don't like it because they are so in love with the original that they can't, like, separate it, then it's going to be like, he did such a good movie and then he flopped with this.
Which happens all the time, because a lot of, independent directors make a movie like this, like right. Obsession, and then they get a franchise and it's mediocre. I hope that doesn't happen. I understand the idea of wanting to reinvigorate things like this, because it's an old movie.
Right.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre is super old.
Right.
Kids now that watch horror, maybe they'll go back to it, but if you want to bring something like that to a new audience, I get that, the desire to want to do that. it's just really hard with movies like that, where like part of the appeal is how gritty and you know, lo-fi it looks.
Right.
It's hard to really recreate that. But I understand that a title like Texas Chainsaw Massacre sounds like such fertile ground for a horror movie that you want to keep trying, you know?
Right.
I would say, yes, do it totally differently. Keep the title and that's it. Next question.
Next.
What was the biggest reaction from your theater? Was it crowded? We saw it the second week. Or maybe the third week that it was out.
I don't know that.
Even though it's doing really well, it was still in a really small screening room when we saw it. It was pretty full.
Yeah. I think that most of the seats were taken, and also with that, there were probably 50 seats.
Yeah.
So.
Our crowd was not very responsive. I was probably the loudest person in there.
We usually are.
But I definitely laughed a lot.
Yeah.
I think others were laughing. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't have a good answer for you for this one, Addison. I'm sorry. Scariest scene in the movie. I already said, whatever the fuck Nikki was doing when she got all twitchy and walked backwards.
Yeah, walking backwards was really gross. I think that, you know, brick to the face, gross.
I screamed the loudest at that because I was, you know.
Yeah.
It was more of a cheer, I guess.
Yeah, I think that there were a few jump scares, but I think they were more auditory. Listening devices.
Funniest scene. I think we covered those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chair scooting back.
Yeah. That was definitely my favorite part.
The best.
Could you at any point tell what was going to happen next? As soon as Sarah said she wanted to talk to Bear, I knew she was going to get killed. Before they even got in the car together, I knew she was going to get killed.
That sucks.
When she was standing, when he left, I knew she was going to be standing like that when he came back. And I kind of figured she would have pottied. Other than that, no. What about you?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was just along for the ride.
And you're the king of
I
figuring out what the hell's happening. Happen.
The second that he bought the first Wish thing, I said, oh, it's going to be a movie where he makes her obsessed. So
because I never tell you anything about what these movies are about before we see them.
Right. I just had the title, and then I was like, that's how the obsession is going to take place. But other than that, which is pretty obvious because of the title of the movie.
Sure.
Other than that, yeah, I didn't clock anything that was going to happen. I was just along for the ride. Had a fun time.
How many times did you notice the real Nikki trying to escape?
I would say 5. Unless you're going to count, like, the backwards stuff. I've read some people saying, like, you know how every time she comes back, she's, like, trying to get back and away? Some people were saying that the backwards walk was, like, her real Nikki inside trying to get away.
Maybe.
Which is fun. But I would say 5, before that 7 if you are counting that.
Okay. I mean, it happened a lot, and it happened right away.
Right.
And I think that was smart.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of The Bride.
Go on.
The way that, like, she would, especially at the beginning, it was like her real persona would break through occasionally, and, like, it was just all...
And I liked that it was happening more frequently at the beginnings, like the spell wasn't strong enough or something
it
yet.
Totally gotten a hold on her yet. Yeah.
And then it just, like, they started spacing out. Not that we would forget, like, right. Oh, she is still in there. He is still a terrible, awful guy, but...
Okay, this is... she also asked what we thought of the lighting, but I think that we...
Shadows.
Yeah.
Shadow!
Yeah, I think it had a really nice look. So I think not only is this kid very talented, but he picked a nice crew, too, to work with.
Yeah.
Last question. Did the film make you more unsettled, scared, or sad?
Depressed. Sad, depressed. I just cannot imagine what she's walking out of there to.
Right. Right. I would say it left me more unsettled, I think.
But also hilarious. Did I see our relationship, especially me, in the mirror while I watched this movie? Yeah, a lot of times. I'm not like, don't look at my person or else I'll kill you.
No.
But I am like, anyways, I could crawl inside of your skin right now and that'd be great.
It's true. I did see a little of you in Nikki.
Yeah. But in the best possible way.
Yes. In the green flag kind of way.
Yeah. I'd never even have the foresight to bring a brick if I was smashing a head in.
Yeah.
I never would.
Yeah, I think this is a really smart movie. I think that this is always going to be fertile ground for movies like this. I think, this guy's actions are terrible, but they're also emblematic of the way that men view women as a goal to be scored, as something to acquire, and they don't take anything about the woman into account.
And then they get frustrated when they have to correct things.
Yeah. And I feel like it's a nice depiction of the fact that the line between romantic love-struck guy and stalker has always been very thin.
Right.
I feel like a lot of times when you watch old movies, the guy's actions are gross and upsetting, and they're meant to be cheered on. Like, if you're
They're meant to be charming. Oh, you just have to keep
you're gonna wear
trying,
them down,
and then they'll eventually love you.
Yeah,
you just
if you're
have
persistent enough.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I remember you were watching St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah.
And I came in about halfway through. And was it Andrew McCarthy's character? I don't remember. One of them was in love with this older woman played by Andie MacDowell, I think, and would not stop pestering her. She was nice to him, but that was it.
Right.
And he would not stop pestering her to the point where he drove to the cabin that she had gone with her
boyfriend
or some guy she was seeing. None of his business.
Right.
And he went there to go and profess his love. And I think that the movie wanted us to think that was romantic.
Yeah.
If a kid did that to me, I would have had my boyfriend go out there and kick his ass.
But yeah, I think that's a problem with whoever is writing, filming, editing the film saying, no, this is what I would do. This is what all my guy friends would do. This is how you win that girl. And there's no woman in the room saying, excuse me, actually, this is very creepy. Mm-hmm. Actually, this is not love. This is gross.
And movies that and there are so many of them like that. And I'm sure there are still movies like that. And having those movies exist is showing these guys, this is how you get a girl. And it's adding fuel to the fire that stalkers don't need.
Meanwhile, women are being nice even when they see red flags because men are big and scary and can kill you. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to, just, okay, and walk away and, put yourself in danger because it's the nice thing to do? You don't want to be mean. You don't want to be a bitch.
Ugh. Yeah, and I've always been that way. We're both people pleasers. We both want everybody to like us.
Right.
I don't get hassled by men anymore because of the way I look, but when I used to, when I was more femme, it happened all the time.
Right.
And I wished that I was big and strong and able to just be like, you know what? No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not interested. Fuck off. But we're not brought up that way.
Right.
Nothing about society conditions us to act that way.
No. Thank God that I started liking women so I could be like, oh, it's not you, honey, it's me. Oh, I wish I liked men.
Obviously, there's a lot to talk about this movie, and that's another reason why it's so good.
It's so good. It's a thinker, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. And I think the fact that the movie is able to illustrate all of this stuff, get the microaggressions correct, get the characters' behaviors correct, totally convey this stuff, but also have a tone of comedy with the extremity of the subject matter is really impressive to me that he was able to pull that off.
Yeah. I think even down to, like, the way that the friends are reacting to this new, like, relationship, I think everything is just very well thought out. Like, wait. This is all happening to these two characters. The movie is about these two characters, but they do have two best friends that would be observing this and, you know, needing to talk about this with both parties.
Yeah.
So that they can, like, understand what's happening. And yeah, I just think it's very smart.
And it's interesting, too, that it does seem like the other friends do try to talk to Nikki, but they don't show it.
Right.
Because the movie is from Bear's perspective.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what she thinks. No.
So, listeners, this is what we think about Obsession.
Are you obsessed with it?
Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you. Any of the questions that Addison put forth, if you would like to answer them, we would love to hear the answers. What you think.
Weigh in on the sandwich cat sandwich. Why'd she make a cat sandwich?
I guess she just wanted to hurt him, right? I don't know.
I'm sure someone remembers the scene before. That is kind of vaguely there for me, and they'll tell us.
As far as also, could you at any point tell what was going to happen next? I did predict that the cat was going to be in the sandwich.
But did you predict that before the shrine? Like, I didn't predict that she would make a shrine of it.
No, I didn't predict the shrine either time.
Oh, yeah,
But as soon as she packed a sandwich, I predicted that.
That's
having
crazy.
Cat in it. Yeah.
No kitty.
It's crazy, but I knew it was going to happen. What have you been reading? Anything good?
Well, I did finish the Stephen King.
Oh, how'd you like it?
It was good. I found out that it was the fourth in the Holly series.
Right.
So I'll probably go back and see why it is that she refuses to swear. Get a little bit more backstory on this Holly detective.
You liked her?
Yeah, I very much liked her. I thought it was well written and very funny.
Your
and
first
I liked that.
Uncle Stevie.
That's right.
Baby's first Uncle Stevie. He's a good writer, obviously. I mean, he wouldn't be super popular if he wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't think his endings are very good, generally.
Oh.
Maybe he's gotten better at that. I don't read a lot.
Well, you also said that there was going to be vampire talk, and that wasn't in this one, so I don't know if he goes to it before number 4 or after number 4.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Holly's in the vampire stuff. She's involved with, like, the Dr. Sleep-style vampires, I thought. But maybe not.
I just don't know.
So nothing supernatural in that one at all?
Nope.
Okay.
And then the other one that I just finished was We Came to Welcome You. And that is like this couple that moved into, HOA having...
I was hoping that would be what it was about.
Yeah, this HOA having freaking neighborhood. And so there's some like gender politics and race politics. The couple that moved in is a Korean woman and a black woman, and how they like kind of view the world and into this suburban little neighborhood, and then some supernatural things are happening.
Kind of Stepford Wives?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be done with that.
It's given.
Who wrote that one?
That is by Vincent Tirado.
Can I see it? Tirado. Sounds cool.
It was very good.
We Came to Welcome You. That's a cute cover, too.
Yeah.
I'm still reading Authority. I'm on, like, page 100. Sorry, I'm so slow, guys. We also are recording this one early because I wanted to make sure we caught this in the theater.
And that we remembered it. by the time.
Oh, I also want to wish you all a happy Pride, since we are in Pride Month.
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride. For our next movie, I already hinted at the beginning what we were doing. It's Backrooms, made by a 20-year-old. Let us not
Keep them
forget.
coming.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm not jealous at all. Let us not forget Sam Raimi made Evil Dead when he was just 20. This looks really cool. This looks super up my alley.
Is Evil Dead bad?
No, Evil Dead's great.
Okay, I thought you were saying, I'm so jealous of this 20-year-old, but let us not forget, there have been some stinkers by 20-year-olds as well.
No. No,
Sorry,
it's great.
I didn't mean to derail. I just was confused about the sentiment.
This, to me, looks surreal and creepy. I don't know much about it, but I've watched some of the Backrooms, series. It was based on, a YouTube series.
I don't know anything about it.
It's kind of like, you know how the building in Severance looks?
Yeah.
It's sort of like that, but a horror movie. So it's all about liminal spaces, creepy old, everything's this gross yellow fluorescent lighting.
Ooh, terrible.
So it looks like it's really surreal. People have, today I was looking at some reviews, and people have compared it to Channel Zero. And I really like the Channel Zero series.
Blank face. Don't know it.
I made you watch a couple of them. I'll catch you up after this. Don't worry. I don't know. It looks surreal and creepy. It's got some really good actors in it. And I hope it's good. So join us in a couple of weeks when we will be discussing that.
We'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, it opened in theaters May 29th. Hopefully you will go see it so that you will know what the hell we're talking about.
Yes, do.
Please leave us a review if you have not done so on your listening platform of choice. If you would like to subscribe to us on YouTube, that would also be nice. We don't have very many subscribers. It makes me sad.
Guilt them.
Yeah.
Guilt them, baby.
Guilt works.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be angry. You should be whiny and desperate.
That's how I live my life.
Yeah. So yes, Backrooms in 2 weeks. Thank you for joining us. Happy Pride. Thank you for going to see this with me and doing this with me.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, this has been episode 303. I've been Amy.
I'm Kay.
Thank you. Good night.
And hail Satan.
Praise him.
Amen.